it's chilly out here. Hello, Double O crew. Welcome to Obsession Outdoors. Today, we are at the Grove Farm Wildlife Management Area in Cecil County, and I'm hoping I can get myself another public deer, because I got my nice buck this year. I got one off the private little piece, so I don't want to put too much pressure on that. So I got plenty of meat. I'm gonna start taking time the rest of the season to explore these public areas. And this looks like an absolutely amazing place. You can dove hunt here, you can goose hunt, you can do all kinds of stuff. There's all types of fields. So right now we are here at this parking lot. So I think the wind is coming this way. The best way to do this would be to find some type of field, maybe down in here somewhere, where I could get on this side, so that way they can't wind me. I've never been here, obviously never scouted it or anything, so I have no clue where anything is. So I got here super early today. It's about 10 a.m. So I'm going to take the majority of the day before this evening to scout as much as I can. And I don't want to walk through the woods too much because I don't want to spook anything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk the edges of all the fields that I can. This is a huge property too. It's a lot of acreage, so it's going to take a couple hours to do this. But I'm going to walk the edges, try to find the best trail that I can coming in and out of fields. Because, I mean, there's going to be, I'm sure, a bunch of trails, but I want to find major trails leading into real thick stuff where I can see a good amount of tracks on the ground coming out. That way I don't have to walk through the woods to disturb anything, and that'll be my best bet, I think, finding where these deer are coming out into the fields in the evening. And then I'm just going to sit up somewhere downwind of that and wait. So today is getting super cold and super windy after some pretty stable conditions the last week or so, and I love hunting the inconsistencies in weather. That's when I always do my best. For the most part, any type of drastic weather change, that's your best time to hunt for deer, for even fishing and any other game species also. So based on the wind and this map, looks like right here's a safety zone. I'm guessing that's those houses right there. So those woods on that side should be this, and that leads up to this field here right on the edge of private property and safety zone. So that's a key spot. The wind's coming this way, so they won't smell me. If I can set up, I can walk this edge here, try to find some trails going in and out and set up somewhere in there. That'd be a good spot. And if not, for the way the wind is going today, I could try down here too, coming down in this field, setting up along the edge of any of this on the inside without having to walk through any of these woods and disturb anything. But that is all public hunting right here. So just based on my knowledge of how things have gone for me in the past, I'm thinking this is going to be my best bet because it backs up to private property. I'm in this parking spot. I'm closer to this. I'm going to go check this out first, see what it looks like. If this is no good, I think this is going to be our spot tonight. We'll see. It's going to feel weird just walking through these fields and stuff. I feel like I'm on somebody's private property. For somebody who's never really hunted public like this before, I feel like I'm trespassing. So after reviewing that map again, I got about a mile all the way to the back on this side, and another mile all the way to the back on that side. So got a good amount of walking to do here today. Should be pretty good though. I brought my climbing tree stand just in case I find a really good spot. If not, I'll probably just set up on the ground somewhere. We'll see how it goes. I would have liked to hunt this spot when they first cut the corn. That would have probably been amazing. At least I know now for next year. Let's see what kind of sign we can find. Some deer tracks there. Whew. Keep my gun ready in case I jump something up from the edge. Whew. Well guys, so far I'm seeing a ton of sign and a ton of trails. Only problem with this public hunting thing is that you're kind of scouting for not only deer, but you're scouting for hunters too. Trying to figure out what are deer trails, what are hunter trails. Right back there was a nice spot. Had a couple deer tracks on it. Had a nice, looked like maybe early this year rub but it had a bunch of footprints in it too, people prints. So it's like a nice little draw down in there. Draw dips way down and then goes back up high on the other side. Looks really, really good actually, but it's pretty close to parking, so I'm assuming it's pressured. But there were some fresh tracks in it, so it could be nighttime movement. Or maybe this place isn't as pressured as I thought. I don't know. I feel like today's going to be more so exploring. Just how I am, my human nature as a hunter. My urge to explore and adventure is overwhelming my urge to find a spot to sit and hunt and wait. So I might kind of just stalk hunt the edges the rest of this evening, depending on how long this takes. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. This looks amazing though. I can't believe I feel like this is like private property. Like it looks too good to be true. Look at all these geese coming in. Man, I'm coming here opening day for geese. That's for sure. This is just too good to be true. It seems like some type of private property you'd pay thousands for. This reminds me of the old private farm that I used to hunt. Oh, man. I'm going to be here a lot, I can tell you that. Whew. Well, if anything else, it's a great small game place. I've already jumped up 2 rabbits and a bunch of squirrels. But right here I'm seeing broken limb, little scrape, right at the mouth of this trail right here. But again, human or deer. I don't see any actual tracks or paw marks in that scrape. And it's super small, but I figure if a human would have made it, they probably would have made it a little bigger. So, I don't know. It's very hard to tell. Let's keep searching. I remember a problem now that I used to have when I had that big farm that we used to hunt privately. When you have a bunch of field on your property, for me, it's very hard. Oh man, some fresh tracks there for sure. Good amount of fresh tracks too. It's very hard for me to sit in one spot on the edge of the field, because if I don't see anything come out in that spot, my curiosity kills me. I want to walk over to the next field and see if there's anything standing in that, especially the closer it gets to dark. I just want to keep walking from field to field to field and check and see if there's any deer in them. I had that issue with the private piece that I hunted a while ago before I started this channel, and I ended up spooking more deer than I got from it, but squirrel. I also learned a lot that way too, so I don't know. This is definitely an adventure. Jeez, guys, this is a hunter's paradise. Over there, they got some standing corn still. Over in there, they got like a patch of small trees. Love hunting that kind of stuff on the edges of it. Here, they got like a finger of trees that runs out through the middle of the field. More field on the other side. And over here in this corner, back in here, on the other side of this thick stuff, they have another piece of standing corn. And this is open for everything. Dove, deer, geese, ducks. The back of this property runs right to the Sassafras River. So there's probably all kinds of geese and ducks over there. I mean, this is just absolutely amazing. Sheesh. I feel like I don't even want to hunt the private property anymore. This is crazy. Man, get to hunt a piece of property like this and not even have to pay anything to lease it out. I mean, sure, you gotta share with other people, but most of the time when you're leasing stuff out, you do too. Whew, I don't know. This is crazy. I'm absolutely loving this standing corn. This is one hell of a spot. Woods gets pretty thick over there too. That'd be a perfect spot to sit in the evening. Sit right in that corn and face those woods. I'm still not seeing any real thick sign of anything coming out into these fields though. I mean, a couple spots here and there, but nothing real heavy yet. I can't believe I'm the only hunter back here. This is crazy. I mean, I'm sure it's not like this, especially early in the season. It is December now, so a lot of the hunters are done for the year, but not this guy. I'd definitely be curious to see how this shapes up early in the season, even during bow. I'm definitely going to do a lot more exploring here. Sorry if you guys don't enjoy this kind of video, but I'm just adventuring, so I figured I'd take you guys along, and hopefully at the end of this we'll end up getting some type of action, even just to see something. I'll be happy. I have no confidence in public, barely at all. Loch Raven's one thing, because I was a little more experienced doing that, because I used to hunt Loch Raven in and out a little bit, but a place like this, even though it looks this good, I feel like the deer are going to be few and far in between. I just jumped 2 up. They were literally right here on the other side of this log thing here, bedded down. 2 tiny little does, look like this year's deer. I could have shot the one, it just stood there and looked at me. I let it go. They didn't really run off either, they just kind of stood up and then trotted away. Young deer for sure, but there's not a whole lot of woods in here. That opening you can see through the trees there, that's the water, so. And then the rest of it all on the outside, it's like the hell was that? Like a swamp or something that runs up through there. There's definitely deer here. There's just not a ton of sign on the edges. But I guess because the woods aren't very big. That side, if the wind was right, would be better because it neighbors some private property, but the wind's wrong for that this evening. I guess I could hunt it, but I would have to rely on things coming from left or right of me and hope nothing is right downwind from my spot. Or I could go to that number 1 spot that I showed you guys on the map. That has a big piece of woods right next to it. So I'm gonna keep working my way around this edge, work my way back out to the car, and then check out that other spot. First definitive signs of another hunter back there. Little spot cleared out on the ground next to a log. Looks like they sat there and waited in the evening for something to come out. They had left their trash behind too. Douchebags. But there's another scrape right here. Branch broke off. No tracks or lines in it. So, who knows? I love how they kept this corn up though. Like a couple little sections here and there. Gives you a place to sit and wait on the edge of the field. Also gives you a good way to stalk up on some deer on the edge without them seeing you. Another negative of this I just thought of is it's not a very good morning place to hunt because the only access to any woods is walking through fields. And somebody's boot marks there. There's no woods access that I found yet that you don't have to walk through a field to get to. So, as far as morning hunts go, this place is not good for deer. Evening it looks great, but you can't count on other hunters to follow those same logical rules. So, it kind of sucks. But, I mean, we'll see. I'm sure there's ways to sneak around and get in the edge of the woods somewhere on the edge of the lines and hopefully end up in a field somewhere where the deer haven't been jumped out, but we can figure it out later, hopefully, or just keep this as a predominantly evening spot. Again, sorry for all the talking, but I figure since I'm doing this little adventure here, I'd just share my thoughts with you as I think them, and for those who are interested, you can watch as we adventure together. And for those who aren't, you don't have to watch. So, alright, this is my last little bend before I get to what looks like the very edge over here. Here's 2 old scrapes that I just found. One there, one there. You can see the branches all broke off here. Same as on that one, but This one looks like it might have been last year. It's completely brown. That one was broke off this year. You can kind of see where the old hoof lines were before it got rained out. But again, these are probably, I mean, ain't no way to really tell after it's been rained out. It's definitely been rained out. You can see the watermarks. But probably that big rain last week. So I mean, for all we know, these could have been super, super fresh. I don't see any shavings or anything. But the branch end is right here. And that's, again, pretty fresh, so it's a good sign. Looks like a good area back in here, too. This is also where the woods gets the thickest back before you get to the river, so pretty good area. Some tracks out in this little thing. Right there. Little thing. Little clearing. Nice little open section of woods back there. If I was going to hunt in the woods anywhere so far, it'd be right back in here somewhere. There was some poop back there. There was a couple little trails going in and out, tracks on them. This looks like the best area that I've found so far. Keep exploring. Now this is interesting. Right back before it goes to the water, we got some type of really green crop planted in that field there that's not grass. You got a trail that goes that way, cut trail that goes that way, cut trail that goes that way, back through the middle of this thick stuff. So, I'm not sure what to do now. I want to explore, but I also want to get to that upper end and hunt. Man, it looks good back in there. Good spot for turkeys. Sitting waiting no more and wait for them to cross. Whew, I don't know. I think I'm going to have to stick to the outskirts and explore this a little bit. I might not get to that upper end today. I don't know, we'll see. Hopefully it just don't take too long. I'm going to be too curious if I don't do this. Okay, so I remembered before I left the parking lot, I took a picture of the map on my phone. So I looked at that and I could actually see these 3 trails. And they all end up in the same place. There's like a little field, looks like, just before the water. Might be a little marsh flat, I don't know. I'm gonna head back here and see what it looks like, and then we'll work the edge out of here and head to the upper spot. So there's an old rub right there. I love these little thick trees like this. At the place I keep telling you guys about, the private land that I used to hunt, I killed a lot of deer out of stuff like this. They love bedding down in it. So much rub in there, jeez. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trees just right here since I turned the camera on that I rubbed. It's crazy too, because you think that a buck wouldn't be able to get his antlers through this stuff, but somehow they do. This place just keeps getting better and better. Tight little grass cut like this. Gotta stay ready. Right in the middle of this thick stuff. This is the kind of spot a deer's gonna be sitting out feeding. Definitely gotta stay ready. I've noticed too, which I pretty much figured from the start, the farther back I get, the better the hunting sign gets. People are kind of lazy. They don't want to not only take the walk all the way back here, find a spot, but they don't want to drag something all the way. This is a mile away now from the parking spot because I'm all the way back here by the river. So, their laziness works to my advantage. Well guys, this here looks like the mooring spot I was talking about. I would spook whatever's in the field here out. But there's private property over that way with a couple fields too. And anything coming from those fields is going to come right back in these woods. This would be a great morning spot. Not to mention beautiful waking up. Sassafras River's right there. Being able to see the woods come alive with the river. Plus you got a lot of topo right here. Good trail coming in and out of here too. Just saw a big old turkey up there. all this green stuff that I was talking about. It looks like grass though. I thought it was some kind of crop, but it's just grass. That was a giant turkey. This is a great place to small game hunt. I've jumped up a bunch of rabbits so far too. Well, 3, which is a bunch for me. Whew. This is amazing. So far, just from when I came out from out in the back there, this stretch right here has so much a sign, it's ridiculous. There's tracks everywhere, rubs everywhere, old and new scrapes. The ground's just littered with tracks. The animals are much more prevalent too. Like I said, I popped around this corner and there was a turkey standing there. Squirrels all over the place. Last rabbit I just saw was right there on that edge. So, you can probably hear that squirrel running around back there. This is an amazing spot right here. I'm gonna keep working my way down this edge and see what I can see. Another deer. Like I said, this spot is amazing. I could take the shot from here, but it's a small deer. It's about 100 yards. And I have open sights. Bang. It's just staring at me too, it's not even running. I don't know what I should do. I could lay down prone and try to take a shot. But I don't know. And here comes another hunter right here. Okay guys, this hunter might want to take a shot at that deer. Like I said, I don't want to do it with the open sights on this. He has a scope on his gun, so he's going to sneak around there and see if he can get a shot at her. We'll see if he takes a shot. Left. Okay. Alright, she left, guys. I figured, I didn't want to take the shot that long with open sights.
Is this
So.
where you're sitting right?
Yeah, I'm going right back in here.
Probably further over there. I'm gonna go right down this road.
Gotcha. Yeah, this is my first time ever here, so I've been exploring.
Yeah, it's pretty good back here.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. Good luck. Okay, guys. So like I said, he said the deer's gone. So, I don't know. I could sneak over there to the edge and try to get a shot on her, since I'm walking that way anyway. But we'll see. We'll see what it looks like when we get down there, if I can see her. Well, this is about where she was. Acorns all over the place on the ground right here. It's an amazing looking spot. So I'm just gonna keep walking the edge out and then head back to the parking lot. See what I can see. Looks like a hawk or something in that tree right there. See if I can zoom in on it. Yeah, red-tailed hawk. Pretty. Maybe if I would have had a shooting stick or some kind of rest, I would have tried that shot with open sights, but it's not worth freehanding it. Oh, what is that? Oh, there's a squirrel. Not worth freehanding it from that far and risking injury on the deer. So, let's keep on moving. I called it too. This is a spot that I said would be great if the wind was right, because of the fact of the private property lined up with it. So hopefully, since I was right about this spot, the other spot will produce too. That's where we're heading now. We'll see how it goes. Whew. Yeah guys, the sign here is absolutely ridiculous. Got a halfway fresh scrape right there. Big older scrape there. side. So if I come on this spot, I'm gonna be right in here somewhere. Maybe right on the corner, on the edge. The turkey was only 20 yards down from where the deer was, so. Whew, this is amazing. Alright guys, my thirst to explore is driving me insane, but there's so many spots over here with sign. So I think I'm gonna sneak right over here to this edge, sit on the top of this ridge, and see what walks by tonight. I really want to explore the rest of this place, but like I said, it's just too good to pass up right here, and I'm running low on time, so it's either stalk hunt the rest of this place until dark on the edges of the fields, or sit right here. So I'm gonna crest this hill, see what it looks like. If it looks good, I'm gonna sit. If not, we're gonna hightail it out of here back to the car and hit that upper end, and hopefully we have enough time to make something happen. We'll see. It sucks. I'm about a good 100 feet up from the bottom down there. And right on the edge is private property, so I'm a little too close for comfort here. Plus, if I shoot something down there, it's a almost impossible drag if it's a deer with any size to it. So I think we're gonna head up to that upper field. We should have just about enough time to get it done, so let's get to it. On my way out of here, tracks in this scrape, branches all broke off. Rub there, rub there, rub there. You can see where their noses were down, feeding right here too. Where the leaves are all kicked out, and they fed through here probably this morning. Or maybe just now and I jumped them out and didn't see them, I don't know. This is an amazing place. Sheesh. I can't wait, look at all these rubs. Oh my God. There's a buck that frequents this area. Look at this. Rub there. 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 It just keeps going. Amazing. This buck is either angry or something, but I can't even zoom back through all the trees far enough. They go all the way back. Starts there. There's another one right in there. Another one all the way back there. Another one there. There's about 20 rubs right here in this little 15-yard area. It's ridiculous. Well guys, it's 2:28 p.m. I'm walked out of here right on the edge of the private so I didn't disturb anybody, because that parking lot is now full of cars. I'm parked right there by myself. So, I got about 2 hours left. I'm hoping, since they all parked on this side, they're all over in here where we first walked. So I'm gonna go that way to that first spot we were talking about. See if I can get back there in time for something to step out into the field. Got a little bit of rain coming down now too. Alright, let's see, what's the quickest way to do this? If I want to go there, whew, okay, it shows there's another parking spot there. So I don't have to walk up and all the way around. I can drive down to that parking spot, walk back. That's what I'm gonna do. Okay, here we are. Another goose blind out in that field, but that's not the direction we're going. We're going that way, because all that is good hunting woods, and then right on the other side, a whole bunch of big private property. So what I was just pointing to is this. The first spot I just showed you said goose blind. Oh no, that's here. Goose blind here. Then I just said all that woods, and then on the other side private property. So I can hunt this woods, and all up here is private property. We gotta go in this field right here, find somewhere on the edge to sit and wait for something to come out of this private stuff. And that is right there. Again, since I've never done this, I did bring the climber, but I think I'm gonna risk trying to find a spot on the ground, hopefully. Maybe up in the corn somewhere, even if I just gotta stand and wait. I'd like to be in some brush though, next to a tree, so I have a rest to shoot from, if possible. That house right there, it's private, but this is all public, so we're good. There's a Maryland Department of Natural Resources police vehicle in that parking lot too, so of that house. So I don't know if he lives there. That'd be pretty cool. He can manage this whole area, walk out his backyard and do it. But yeah, hopefully, I like how they can put the corn right here because it prevents anything in the field already from seeing you from walking up. So sneak up on the edge of this corn, see if anything's out in the field already, and then hurry up and get down there. Rain's starting to come in very lightly, so we got perfect conditions right now for some movement. Let's try to make this happen. Nice diversity in crops here. They put a blind right there. Super nice. This is, like I said, this is like a hunter's heaven. The wind hasn't changed at all, so we want to hunt on this side rather than that side. The wind is perfect for this field. Nothing in here will be able to smell us if we're on that side. And that's a side that we need to be on because the private property's over there, so they're going to be coming from that way. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen here. Just got to get in here without spooking anything. Find a good spot to set up and wait. And we should at least get to see some deer. Look, they bedded down here in this thick stuff. It's a clear as day bed right there. And this is the field we're going to be hunting. So I'm going to sneak up along this side and go deep into this. I think my goal spot, just from looking at the map, is that tree right there. If I can get on that edge, I can see everything that goes that way on the other side of it. And I can see this, the majority of this upper end too. So we got to get there without spooking anything and we should be good. The woods over here on this side is pretty thick too, so bunch of deer poop in here. Another bedding area where a couple laid down. It's looking pretty good. Not a whole lot as far as crops go here. Looks like it used to be a cornfield maybe last year. It also looks like they might have did a burn in here. A lot of gray. Yeah, they definitely did a burn. Look at all those old ashy sticks. So I don't know if that's good or bad. I know they do it to help wildlife areas, but as far as deer specifically go, I'm not quite sure the effect it has on them. Whew, this might be a bad decision. Or it might be a great one. Only one way to find out, really. Let's give it a shot. I really need to remember to bring a shooting stick with me if I'm not going to be using my climber when I do stuff like this. All the stalk hunting I've done, you'd think I'd have remembered it, but it slipped my mind for some reason. This looks real good back in here. The farther you go, the more sign you see as always. So, hopefully, I like that patch of trees there out in the middle. My end goal was this tree here on the end, which we're pretty much at now. But honestly, it looks like it might open up to a cornfield way in the back there. So if that's the case, that's where I'm going to head. I'm going to hug this field around to the right. I got time since the parking spot thing worked out. So I'm going to explore this a little bit and then set up a spot. That's going to be most productive, I think. There's a mess of deer trails coming in and out of this spot. Bunch of rub right here too. Little cedars. All rubbed up. That one. That one. That one. That one right Well, guys, I made it all the way back to the very back of the spot. As you can see on my side here, it's all marsh. Over that way is all marsh. Right in there is all marsh on the other side of those trees. So, I'm in like a big peninsula back here. Tons of ducks and geese, though. There's actually a public blind spot right down there, so I'm definitely gonna come back here to hunt too. But no crops. It's all just overgrown shrubs and grass. So there's really no reason for deer to be in here. So I'm just gonna circle around, go up the edge over there. And right there where you can see through those trees, right about there, is where that big section of private woods starts. So I'm gonna sit on the edge right there somewhere, wait for something to come out. Well, guys, I tried to do what I just said and circle around. And it doesn't really circle around, but I did find this really, really good spot back here, which makes me completely take back everything I just said. Because although everything I just said was true, the one part that wasn't true is that there's no reason for a deer to be back here. There's the reason right there. Beautiful bedding. Although they have water on all sides, they'll still come back and bed and stuff like this if they're not pressured, because it's away from everything else. And I know 100% because there was a little trail coming in and out of this stuff with 3 or 4 different size tracks. So I'm hoping that I didn't make a mistake and push back in here too far and bump anything out of the bedding. So I'm trying to creep back out of here and set up so I don't spook anything. Alright guys, here's a real fresh scrape. Tree's not really chewed up or anything though. Probably just rubbed their scent on it. But that's definitely fresh. You can see the lines. The dirt's newly kicked up. There's a bunch of rubs all through here too. I decided I'm going to slowly stalk my way out of here instead of sit and wait, because this is really thick stuff in here. So I'm just taking a couple steps and stopping for 5 or 10 minutes, taking a couple more steps, stopping for 5 or 10 more minutes. I got about an hour of daylight left, so I'm going to do that all the way out to the field and then just slowly walk the field all the way out until shooting time is over, see if I can see anything. Have a little more of a proactive approach. But honestly, I haven't even shown you guys half the sign. I'm right next to the water right here, as you can see. The water's there. There's tracks everywhere all through here. There's rubs. Look at that one right there. Didn't even see that one. I thought rubs all over the place in here. Back in the thick stuff. It's absolutely insane the amount of sign back here. I can't believe I haven't seen a deer yet. But it's getting close. I mean, like I said, prime time is now, so I'm gonna keep my eyes peeled in this thick stuff, look for a flicker of a tail or something. I just know if I do get one back here, it's gonna be one hell of a drag. Not only that, but getting it out of this thick stuff is gonna be a task in itself. More rub right there. See, I'm finding this as I'm showing it, so. Beautifully defined trail coming out of there. Tracks in the mud. This is all really good stuff. I was completely wrong when I said there's no reason for deer to be back here. But that's part of hunting for me. The part that I love is always learning new things. When you think you know something, sometimes you're dead wrong, sometimes you're dead accurate. Hunting for me is always a learning experience. Another trail coming through here. It's super thick. I'm half tempted. Look at that scrape. That's fresh. I'm half tempted to sit right in here. There's so much sign in here. It's ridiculous. Bunch of different size tracks in there. Man. Yeah, this branch is all broke up and chewed on. Whew. They're all probably bedded down in there right now. Tons of tracks right here. All up through here. Anywhere there's a muddy spot, there's tracks. I'm just hoping the bedding area. Look at all these tracks. Man. Whew. Okay. Hopefully we can see something. If we're going to, this is going to be the spot. I haven't seen this much sign anywhere all day. Dang it, that just jumped one up. This stuff is too thick, I couldn't see that one. I was looking down at all these tracks. They're everywhere. I don't know what it was, whether it was a doe or a buck. I just heard a crash and then looked up and seen the whitetail. That's one bad part about scouting while you hunt. You jump a lot of deer out. But, damn it, there goes another one. Did you hear that? Damn it. Well, I was just about to say, you kind of got to do this in order to figure a spot out. Now I know where to come back. So even though I might have just messed this up for... Oh my god, look at all these tracks. I might have just messed this up for a little while, but the deer will definitely be back here in a couple weeks, and if not, definitely by the end of the season or next season. Because I haven't found any people sign back here at all. Super unpressured. Except my pressure now that I'm causing. Ironically. But, yeah. Let's try to stalk our way out of here quietly. And hopefully get a shot at one of these deer, because they're definitely in here. The good part about it is it's only one little tiny corner. The whole big main woods is up there. We haven't disturbed it all, so we should still have a pretty good shot. Okay, last change of plans for the evening. I'm set up right here. Got this clearing. That's that private property. Woods coming this way. I can see that whole upper field. I can see this whole field over here. Except down on the other end. And then all back where I just came from. So this is the best vantage point that I could find where I could see the most. So I'm going to tuck down in here. Got about 35 minutes left of daylight shooting. We'll see if anything steps out. Ended up not seeing anything at all in that field coming out. I heard a bunch running around in the woods, but they were on the private property, so they probably are gonna stay in the woods until dark and then come out then, given the pressure in this area. So I heard a couple shots over from where I first came from, so maybe that hunter that I ran into earlier got one. Who knows? But yeah, it's just about shooting time. I guess I could have sat down there for 10 more minutes, but I figured I'll just come out. Overall, that was a crazy good, productive hunt. I could have actually shot two. Well, I could have shot one definitely and maybe hit the other one, but like I said, I wasn't risking that shot with open sights, free-handed. But yeah, I mean, overall, this adventure here was super, super, super worthwhile for me. I learned a lot, saw a lot, and I'm definitely coming back here. So it's not always about the kill, guys. It's not always about the kill. To me, hunting is about so much more than just killing something. I think that's something that a lot of other hunters out there need to learn, unfortunately. But yeah, until next time, get out there, enjoy the outdoors. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Peace!